Well, as y'all saw in the last video, we got the Gator spoons in. Now, with Gator spoons, we have gotten all of their assortments in because we also ship all over the world. So, particular to our area isn't going to do us any good, especially when y'all are watching us and we're shipping gear out. So, yes, we are looking at huge amounts of variables for our area and stuff like that. But at the same time, too, we want to make sure that we can take care of everybody that comes in contact with us, because they know we're going to put out a good product or sell them a good product that is going to put them on the fish and hold up to the abuse a fish is going to put on it. Carrying fishing gear in a shop, you know, there's many of them out there that carry everything under the sun, but at the same time too, a lot of it is impertinent to the area. When I originally started my shop, I was like that. Like, I wanted to just carry specific items for our area, and that was it. Well, that kind of shot me in the foot, because then I was only closing my doors to just our area. When I started looking at the bigger picture and having other people ask, well, what works in our area, or what does this, and what can I use? And when I started realizing that, what we may use over here may not work over there. We've had to adapt, overcome, change our game plan entirely from what we started with to where we're at now. So now, you'll notice as we continue to grow and get more tackle in and stuff like that, we are going to open the doors to all kinds of tackle that works in our spot and others. Because at the same time too, with the way the conditions of fishing have changed, we have seen such dramatic changes on weather, currents, and types of fish that are caught in our areas, that maybe I'm already setting myself up for the perfect storm, which is the best way I can think of it. Because if currents and wind direction and all of that have changed to where we're catching different species of fish, maybe the tactics on catching those fish has also changed too. So that we're going to stay on top of, because even in the last few years, I've seen the fishing world evolve in so many ways, shapes, and forms. And the main thing is the types of sharks we're catching and the multitude of catches actually happening. Now, it may be a bunch of variables that are being in play. For example, more shark fishermen that are out there that are getting better gear, getting better prepared for what is actually happening out there in comparison to what it used to be years ago. A lot of the old style fishing that was always kept in secret. It really wasn't shared knowledge for anybody unless you actually proved yourself to these guys and you earned their trust to be able to share the knowledge, because then they're going to share it with people that are going to continue to keep going and going and going. Well, totally respect that. At the same time too, I was brought up a bit differently. I was on the under end of that spectrum by somebody who took it upon themselves to take me out there, show me the ropes, and then introduce me to everybody else that was willing to show me the ropes, because he vouched for me. And because he vouched for me, it opened their hearts and minds to share knowledge with me and stuff like that when I was way younger, and I'm talking like 12 years old. But now, I've gotten to the point in my life that I know that I cannot take all this knowledge with me. Don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, or if tomorrow's even promised to me. But I do know I got to thank the man upstairs every day that I do wake up and I get to come here and do my YouTube channel, share the knowledge with y'all. And this was just a minute of me taking a little bit of your time and giving you a little more perspective on why we're doing what we're doing here at the shop and everything else. We are always open-minded to new knowledge, new questions, and different perspectives, because like I said, talking with the gentleman Philip from down in South America, he's talking about fishing for snapper in shallow water. I was like, wow, I was blown away. I was like, man, what we got to do to get this snapper over here? So it's just, food for thought, guys. Keep your mind open when you're watching the channel and you hear us talking about this, talking about that. Well, keep your mind open, because there's a lot of times when trying something new may work for you and it may not work for you, but at least you tried it and you can say, you know what, I've tried that. It didn't work, or man, that stuff is the bomb. So that's the food for thought for today, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thank you very much.